Hello again. This is, I believe, the fourth video. One, two, three. Yeah, this is the fourth video that I'm making regarding the partial fundoplication progress that I'm making. I did have the fundoplication surgery 2 weeks ago today, and you know, it's been, I mean, I think I've recovered pretty well, all things considered. I mean, I still hurt in a few places, but the biggest complaint that I have, or at least a big complaint, is that, I've complained that, it feels like sometimes food is still getting stuck, or there's the burp there, or something's going on. And what I was reminded of when in fact, I had an appointment with the surgeon's office 2 days ago to see what my progress was. But what was explained to me, and I think I said it before, is that I have to remember that my esophagus has gone through a huge amount of trauma. And with the trauma, they dilated the esophagus when I was under anesthesia. They dilated the esophagus, and then when they brought the stomach around with the partial, they said they go about 180 degrees around it. But that's typical. I don't know if that's exactly what they did with me, but they said that's typical, and they went around it, and then they stitched the stomach on either side to the esophagus. So that caused even more trauma. And then, in the replacement, because, the esophagus is not located where it was always located, and the stomach is moved over a little bit because it's attached to the esophagus. So that takes a while. Now, that being said, I'm not on the full diet yet, but I'm on the pureed diet, and I'm going into the soft diet. But what I found is that the biggest thing that I have to do at this point in my recovery is that I have to eat slowly, chew very well, so that this way, everything is just almost like liquefied before it gets down there, in essence, and occasionally I have to make sure that I have some water or some fluid to help wash it down. But I do notice that there are times when it does seem to back up. I imagine that that's going to end. Now, one of the things that I kind of imagined it as is kind of like a snake. You know how when a snake is long, and then sometimes you see the bulge in the snake because it's eaten some food, and I imagine it being the same way with my esophagus, that I eat some food and it has to make its way down to the esophagus to the stomach, and the esophagus is swollen, and so it's not going to go through well enough. And don't forget, you also have stitches on both sides, so you don't want to tear away the esophagus from the stitches. And so I think you just need to keep that in mind. I imagine like in another week or so it's going to be a whole lot better, because I really have progressed a lot. And I was able to eat things. I've had again zero instances where I've had any acid reflux or GERD, waking up in the middle of the night, in discomfort. What I can tell you is that they're working with me now on decreasing my PPI that I was taking, and I was taking twice the amount, one time in the evening and one time in the morning, and I was only taking it one time a day out of surgery, although there were 3 days that there was some confusion, but and I didn't take it at all. But basically, I've been taking it one time a day, and what I was told on Wednesday when I went into the surgeon's office that, they want me to continue taking it 1 time a day for another week, and then for another week or 2, take it every other day, and then stop it. And that's it. I hope my series has helped answer any questions that you might have about, especially post-surgery, but also I did, talk about in the first part about how, what led me into having the surgery. And so, hearing what I've gone through, I hope this helps you make an informed or a more informed decision. And I wish the best to you, and hope that you receive the good results as far as not getting any acid reflux or having to use Tums or anything. It was immediately after surgery. My last instance of having heartburn was prior to going into surgery, and that was it, the last time. But good luck to you, and if you want to email me anything or respond or reply, I guess in YouTube you reply at the bottom, reply to me, and if you want to ask a question or something, I'll be more than happy to answer your question. And take care. If I feel like I need to put in another part, then I will, but I don't think I'm going to need to. All right, take care. Bye.